Hello, everyone. Welcome to the What If Zuko was the only overpowered character. This one is a different version. So, yeah. I was trying to go for like Power Rangers and mixed with My Hero Academia, mixed with like One Piece and like all that stuff. So, plus it gets romantic. And the reason why I chose the Ochako in the dress thing is because one, in this alternate timeline, Ochako is not blushing 24/7. She is more now attracted to Zuku. Same thing as like Ochako, or no, same thing as Toga, but she doesn't want to stab him. She just would rather have to be like friends with Zuko to get better know him. And once in a while, they wanted to do like practical jokes. Like Bakugo in this alternate timeline hasn't been in like, oh, I'm gonna explode everything. Kind. No. This is more calmer one. He knows that usually sometimes he plays along with Ochako to do some pranks on Zuko. So, yeah, just to give you a heads up on it. You're probably thinking, oh, what? Why are they doing this again? In some parts, I will be skipping because some of them are in canon too. So, yeah, so. And Zuko, who it has this like he is the like armor guy, so he does have a quirk that allows him to basically how will I put this? It will suck away his own life away, no matter if he's immortal or just a human when he uses it. So yeah. So yeah. So and I'm also throwing in like Zumi because it's just hilarious. So yeah. They went in and checked or like when they were born and they were at age of 4, they went to a quirk doctor. And I almost forgot one other thing that's most important. Astashi has been replaced by okay. Yours truly, not Helicarn, but the imagine my character is Zombo. So that's a new character. So, sorry, because in my new what if thing, so Zombo in this story is actually he has the powers of infinity, zero, imagination, multiverse, everything. So yeah, and plus he is my he is the alternate personality version of myself. So yeah. So when they got uh, when Inko who when she was just a little kid, she saw him like he Zombone or eyeball. Yeah, Zombone own or drag was being like he was way buffer than All Might, so yeah. And drag, not dragon, but drag was the same age as her, so not like oldest gets married to someone that's younger, like too young, like a child. Not like 11 or not like a 29-year-old got married to an 11-year-old. Well, that's not how it works. So yeah. Now the deku or so Zombone own or of course this is before the anime, so he was her size. But she always gets picked on by the other students, not by Zombone, for calling or like they call her like inappropriate names. Like chubby, chunky, monkey. As he walks over and when his glowing eyes thing, when he looks at them, they immediately run away in terror, except for Inko. He turns around as he shuts off his power, so his eyes went back to normal. Basically, like how it's just like how Eraserhead was, but it's so he walks up, gives out his hand, and she at first she like tries to think, but she has no hesitation as he gets helped her up, gets her stuff back, and she decides to invite him to her house because her parent, and when they got older, she invited him to her house, and yeah, that was before her, or that was way before Zuko and Zumi were born. So yeah, but Zombone or Drag was being like super caring father to or super caring person. The they see his dark side, but they never witness these as Inko fell in love with him, and they both got married, and they both had 2 kids. Of course, because Zombone, or not, I keep saying Zombone. Drag was being a good fatherly. He gave, like, he shared, like, his fire manipulation power, and like he copied it and either copied one into a quirk, gave to Zumi, and for Zuku, he copied all of his power to give to, and he only made one quirk so that he as yeah to limit. So yeah. So now they went to a quirk doctor, and Inko was so happy that they both have quirks and no one had to get pushed into a offline thing. So yeah. And then so Inko, when they were getting older, they when they were at 15, they went to the high school thing, or like UA, and Inko had a dirty thoughts. She decides to ask Drag and to have more kids with her. He of course agrees, and yeah. So then after that, the I'm also bringing in like something that rhymes with Zuku, Zumi, and Inko and Zombone. So yeah. So then yeah. They were basically because Zuku who or actually because Zuku had a special power inside of his body that attracted Ochako's attention, and she wanted him to be his or to be her boyfriend. Sorry if I'm coughing during these videos things. Today I've been outside in the smoky weather, so sorry about that. And yeah, so they went to like or of course, or Zuku got in class 1A, but he used his powers of time, and so he warps Ochako to him, and then he used Omega Beam to like do all that stuff, and then after that, or then Ochako was still likes him because she knows that he's the only person that really understands like how the universe works, and his powers are similar to hers too. So yeah, as Zuko was basically learns as I'm skipping the ball throw and the internships things, or like the villains, heroes versus villains. And they during the USJ they visit, and of course Zuko and Zumi didn't know that Inko got pregnant again with two more toddlers. And until like Zuko got a phone call from her or his father, Drag says, well, as hey, so just to let you know, you might have more brothers and sisters along the way. Huh. Or actually, so it was just going to be a surprise for them. So yeah, and then at there, he used his ability, like his quirk, because his quirk didn't just allow him to like siphon off lots of his life. It was a small samples. So to summon out his armor, yeah, Zuko's armor could survive space, time, reality, everything, as he is unaffected by it. So he ends up killing off all the villains and the Nomu, who, without a single regret. And so Ochako, or of course, she didn't see anything, but she can tell that he had blood splatters on him. So yeah, as they know that, of course, it's just like how he is, or like she is doing. Yeah, as because Drag, his powers slowly was trying to corrupt his mind, but he depressed it down because he doesn't want to be like Thanos and just like, I want to make world balance and kill half of the population off. No, no, no. He was the opposite. Of not trying to kill everybody. So yeah. Then I'm skipping the sports festival and so during the before the during training thing, Ochako finally, or actually wanted to, because when they were before her, they entered into UA. Ochako told Bakugo, let's do a little prank on pretend and dating, pretend her and Bakugo were pretend to date, dating, and then, yeah. Because Bakugo keeps in, as through the entire thing, he was literally did not notice that Ochako was dating Bakugo until Bakugo told him during one of the video games things, as Inko, or not Inko, Bakugo told him that, and Zuko was like, huh, okay. Yeah. As long as it's not like ice bucket things, like what she did in the past. Yeah. Huh. You're still holding a grudge against her on that one, right? No, because it was pretty hilarious until certain degrees. So, yeah. So, Zuko was basically he got dressed really fast, got out of it, got to there, and he was just sleeping until everyone got ready. So yeah. And then Ochako decides to so basically after they did the sports festival thing, Zuko, you know, and so and the two kids at this time, or the was one of them was Zoro and Zio. I was gonna say Zark and Zia. I think Zia. So yeah, that's what their names are. But Zoro has green hair instead of and he is just a toddler, so he has a quirk that allows him to basically gains attacks. His body can be modified. And Zara, uh, what is got cute quirk and then got the cute powers and like all that stuff. So yeah. Then after that, I'm skipping the internships. Izuku does fight against Hero Killer Stain and won, and then all that stuff. But so Zuko, so at the camp thing, I'm skipping the camp, but during the camp thing, Zuko got kidnapped, amped, and because he was the most powerfulest one. So then after that, Ochako was so worried about him. She literally had to like dress up to like go undercover thing. But when Ochako, she knows, or Bakugo knows that she's still in love with Zuko no matter what. And so then a raid, and then after the raid, then Ochako, or no, Zuko, who busts himself out, but during the All for One versus All Might thing, All Might or All for One decides you don't need that quirk, as he like used that steel quirk, so he stole, or he pushed All Might out of a way and ends up taking Zuku's life quirk. Like basically, like every time he uses it, it saps the life force of his own body out to making it stronger. So yeah, when All for One did that, Zuko became like unlimited power. Like he became the one who destroys all. Yeah. Literally, he literally got so corrupted that even people can't think straight. So he ends up slapping or like hitting All for One around like a little ragdoll. Like bam bam as Zuko charges up his own attack. Like, you know how like Godzilla sounds like when he probably sounds like it? Well, Zuko, when he charges his attack, it goes bam as he shoots the fiery or deadliest laser that's rainbow colored and kills All for One off. Wiped him from existence, kind. Only thing that was remaining was All for One's helmet. And as he picks it up, he walks over to like All Might and like sets it down right in front of him. Looks at him with the eyes covered, but he knows that, yeah. So then Ochako walks up to him real slowly to not spook him. She walks up to him as he turns around, as he sees her, as then in his monster form, as he looks away because he says, "I'm a monster." As Ochako still walks up to him, and she floated up to him and kissed him on the cheek, as she tells him that, "I know that you're a monster, but you're you'll still be my boyfriend." Okay. As Izuku, as he calms down, as he walks with Ochako to like a fancy restaurant thing, as she wanted to tell him something that's personal, as she says, "After we first met, and Zuku, after we first met, I knew that you had the same powers as I did. But you who had such a awesome gift, and I chose you over everyone else." As she confesses her feelings for him, like, plus she wants him, as Zuku, who knows that she wants him, as he knows that she's serious, as he cracks a smile, like he told him that, or actually he told her that same thing after we met, and I thought your hers was awesome too. So if both fits, and usually people get on one knee with a diamond ring, but will, as he says right in front of Ochako, as Ochako knows, as she says, "Yes, I will." And as Ochako and Zuko got married after, like, literally after school things, as now she has the kids. Ochako has her own kids, and And yeah, some of you are probably saying, wait, what? How did that happen? Happen. Happen, by the way. Well, let's not go there. So, and actually, funny part is, Momo wasn't even, or actually, Momo was born. Or let's just say Zumi got married to, let's say, uh, I'm trying to think of who would she be with. Definitely not Pony, um, but I'm talking like a boy. I'm not like, what's wrong with putting girl with girl? Like, girl gets married to a girl. I'm not that. I'm not that what if person. That like, oh, what will happen if two positives makes one negative thing, like two girls, all this thing. I'm not like that. So it would have to be. I was gonna pick Todoroki, but also I was gonna pick that grapefruit kid, the one that usually takes off molds off of his head, like cherry ball throws. Yeah, him. So yeah, but Todoroki, I'm kind of trying not to be like, oh, I'm just gonna make Todoroki get married to, you know, Zuku. Or, no, gets married to Zumi and have poor Momo gets, like, Monoma, Ma, or, or grapefruit, and grabs her butt all the time. Or grab her breast thing. So that's why I am picking like I will choose Momo to go with Todoroki. Same thing as Ball Boy with Zumi. I was gonna choose one of the Class 1B students of the, but I don't know which one. And would it be Weldwell fruit or no? Sorry, brain fart. Would it be him, or like Weld Boy right there? He, I was trying to think about doing it to him, but I'm also trying to think about him, but definitely not her because that would be too weird. So plus the shadow root. I know that the something bright ain't so like he could turn if I had gone for him, then he would just or like their child would had to go into like bright areas, like it goes up over every buildings at day. A thing like what? It's like the opposite to his quirk. Like it would be jumps into like somewhere that like a flames. He could jump in, jumps right out, grabs people and jumps back in, and like does that. And that, if you guys want me to do a reboot of it, like, oh, how about do who like Zoomy with Mushroom Girl and Pony, he with Zoomy. That would be interesting conversation. Yeah, that I just thought about this. Like if would I had a conversation with myself yesterday before I made this what if was how would all three of their powers work together? Like would it be like fusion of them of like Pony would Pony's quirk would be like she like when it shoots into the ground and it makes like these mushrooms that catch on fire. That would be a cool idea, but this is my what if, so yeah. And plus, I'm not even gonna choose like that big hands girl thing because Zuku or Zumi is already a girl, so. But I am thinking about the like just putting him with him, not with the guy that copies everyone's quirk. Imagine copying like vine manipulation and like copying flames. That would have been like a dangerous thing. So yeah, and like doing all that stuff. So yeah, and so that's what I'll choose. The grapefruit for it, and then when they got their kids younger, yeah, Ochako or no, Zork was the same age as Aries, and they both because Zork or Zoro, he has the same thing, and then like all that stuff, and she gets married to the where is it? I forget their name. Why am I forgetting their name? It was they're her for just like a funny reference thing, funniness. It would be them, okay, with so those three, like him, her, and her. So yeah, or actually, I was gonna pick like those three with dark. So yeah. So then, yeah. So they had a kid, and yeah, it was crazy. So now this is the end of the video because Overhaul already submitted Lost against them and then all that stuff. And or no, Drag thing was being best fatherly, not like what some dads do. They, or like some of them, um, want more kids, like pump them out all out, like dispensing machine things. But he doesn't want that. He wants to take care of the kids now and be admired by them, except he doesn't want to be like an Endeavor either, that like beats a snot out of his kids to make them learn and stuff. So yeah, spoilers. So yeah, Endeavor, you have been arrested. So yeah, and Ochako, those kids were basically has the same powers as her and Zuku's combined. So yeah, so they could basically manipulate the fabric of reality and infinity. Yes. So now this is the end of the video. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. So now I'm gonna go take a nap.